alumnus of 2019 batch, Electronics and Communication Engineering from Birla Institute of Applied Sciences, Bhimtal. It is an honor for me to be present over here on this auspicious occasion of Engineers Day. Today is Engineers Day and we are engineers. It is an era of engineers. Or we can say, a world without an engineers is just like a bike without wheels. Today happens to be 160th birth anniversary of the great son of India. September 15th is designated as the Engineers Day in the memory of Honorable Sir Mochundam Visveswaraya's ability of engineering. He was a renowned civil engineer. By his deed, he is also known as the Diwan of Mysore. How many such selfless patriots do we have? Free India honors every year the great servants of India with the title of highest civilian title of Bharat Ratna. In 1955, Government of India has awarded him with the Bharat Ratna. He is not only a gem of India, but also a gem of mankind itself. We Indians have been indeed very lucky to have experienced his ministership. This man commands a great respect from each generation of centuries gone and the centuries yet to come. When the Indian government wanted to pay back his salary dues, he very humbly told to the government of India and requested to start an institute where the student can learn some professions. This polite and unamusing request to the government of India laid the foundation of Sir Sri Jayachamaraja Polytechnic Institute of Bangalore. Sir Visveswaraya was a genius, his work was a genius. The block system which he invented, the automatic doors which he devised to stop wasteful overflow of water, the water supply and the drainage system which he planned for the city of Eden. These won high praises from the engineers all over the world. His memory was genius and amazing. We saw in 1908 he tamed the Musa. 50 years later, in 1906 and 1907, the government of India sent him to South Africa to study on water supply and the drainage system. Over there, he prepared a project and successfully implemented and made the city of Eden. He was a great civil engineer and perhaps he was the first civil Indian engineer too. We can assume the dams built by him are still functioning even today, a testimony of his brilliance, his skills, honesty, and the dedication. So 15th September, Engineers Day of 2020 is a quite remarkable tribute to the greatest Indian engineer of Bharat Ratna and Visveswaraya. After him reaching his admirable destiny through his kind heart and the intellectual brain in all the directions. So he could finally sleep in a peace on 14th April 1962. We miss him ever and never such a person in the world, it seems. I am not a writer or a great orator. Still, I would like to share my personal experiences with my dear friends, especially junior classes. I was born in a small village of Uttar Pradesh, Lakhimpur Kheri. When I was only 1 year old, I lost my father. Being the youngest member of family, each and everyone loved me very much as possible. I started my journey from a primary school of my village. I think it was not an ideal beginning. Still, there is hope. And just completing my primary education, I moved to City Montessori Inter College, Lakhimpur. I completed my high school, and I have got a chance to meet some great teachers, Judge Mr. Agay Verma, Viresh Joshi sir, Susma ma'am, and one of my favorite is Mr. Vishal Seth. He was the director of City Montessori Inter College. He gave me a chance to participate in Jasmine program at Bareilly that was conducted by JCI India. Mr. Viresh Joshi sir has encouraged me to do a grade in chemistry, and Mr. Agay Verma sir has supported me for mathematics. I was very poor in speaking and writing, and there was a teacher, Hindi teacher, Susma ma'am, who has supported me a great. Since my childhood, each and everyone from my family wishes for me to be an IAS officer. Unfortunately, I couldn't fulfill their dreams. When I was in 11th class, I participated in various science fairs and exhibitions. Over there, I prepared a project, generation of electricity with the calcium oxide, and it was selected for a state level. I moved to intermediate classes. Over there, I had been presented a project, generation of electricity with the help of household garbage materials. This project was selected for a national level, and it was an honor and great moment for my life when Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, a former President of India, has awarded me with the title of Young Scientist Award. When I received this award, lot of media coverage, I found a lot of media coverage and encouragement with the various directions. Then I got a chance, met with the NIC director, and he told me that you should go for a research-oriented programs instead of BSc. After completing my my plus 2, I moved to BIS Bhimtal. Over there, I met some teachers who supported me very much. After completing my first semester, I went to the NIT Calicut for internship program. There I found some great professors and great teachers. There was a professor, Dr. K. Shumathi. He came from United States, North Dakota State University of Fargo, for a research program. One day during a dinner time, we met in a canteen. We discussed on various topics. When I told him that I was awarded by the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, she was very happy, and she told me, "Oh, you are great." Then she further moved, and next day she called me in her office. I came over there and she asked for my CV, and she was in my touch continuously with the mails, and several times she also called me on call also. Just completing my internship from NIT Calicut, I came to BIS Bhimtal. And once again I went JUIT Suran for my summer internship. There I get Ritika ma'am. She was a PhD scholar over there. She supported me she was a very highly energetic. Ankit sir and Sarnitika. My team was very great, and they helped me a lot to do a research and a profound manner how how you can do a research in a specific time. First time I heard global internship programs. I was searching how can I get internships and internships. I came to see BIS once again, and I started my searching on websites, global internships, and I found a program. I sent several direct emails to several professors, some are French and German. In February 2017, I got a positive response from Professor Fabien Coure's Extreme Research Institute, University of Limoges, France. He invited me for an internship program, and I was working on CSCOP, Safety Intelligence Sensor for Collaborative Robotics. I worked on some software planning, software development, and software-based PCB designing parts. I came from I just finishing my 3 months internship at Paris. I back to India and I prepared a research proposal. I sent some various funding agencies and the professors. I got some funding from Cambridge University. It was a digital patient monitoring system. It was successfully completed and I published a research paper in IEEE and also presented in various platforms. When I came back from, this project has been completed, and once again I was searching for global internships, and once again I got a chance from Tussauds University, Professor André Coccolo. He was a very young and energetic. He guided me for microwave technologies and solid state materials. In January 2018, I came to Tons and completed my internships on balloon technology, SIGE by Siemens technology. I was in 3rd year, and now it was my final year, which is very crucial for each and every undergraduate student, because it is not only a final year, but it is decided where I can go after completing my graduation. But I was motivated for higher education. But my previous professor Fabien wants to do research or some job opportunities in Europe. She sent some referrals with various research opportunities in Europe, and just after there, I got a chance to do my final year internship at Defense Electronics Application Lab, Dehradun in DRDO. Over there, it was a great moment for me to find a profound professor, Dhruvesh Pant. He was the director of Uttarakhand Science Education and Research Center. I spent some quality time with him. He told me to do a research on real-life projects such as soil monitoring or water quality monitoring systems. He supported me. Just after completing my internship at DRDO, he accepted me as a research associate under his guidance at USAP Dehradun. I completed 2 projects over there, and both projects have been filed for Indian patent. Both are published in Indian Gazette. When I was in final year, I appeared for several exams and interviews. I got multiple opportunities, and still I was not aware to go for industry with my bachelor degree. I was motivated for higher studies, and just after completing my 7th semester, I was moving to 8th semester of final year. At the end of April, I got a chance, an offer from CCST lab of Moscow It was sponsored by Google. It was a great moment for me, and it was a life-changing. I discussed with my several professors and guides who was in my touch, and each and everyone suggested me to go with this profile. Now, I worked on GA and technology. It is a life-changing because 21st century is a speed and recognition. And now we can say we are a student of 21st century, and we should step away with the skills instead of degrees and certificates. I personally feel there are some 5C which can be a 21st century skills. Number 1, a critical thinking. Number 2, creativity. Number 3, collaboration. Number 4, curiosity. And number 5 and finally is the communication. At the last but not least, we engineers have profound knowledge to confound nature and the mankind by its work. Sir Visvesvaraya once said, the curse of our country is the laziness. At first sight, each and everyone seems to be working. But in fact, one man was working and other man was watching over him. We are the world and its creators because the God invented the world, now it is already existed. But we are engineers, create the world that never existed. So we're proud to be an engineer. With this conclusion, wish you all a very happy Engineers Day. Thank you.